Why is Barcelona's highline failing this season? The real question is, why did Barcelona's highline succeed in the first place? One word: intensity. Barcelona has been lacking intensity this season for two main reasons: fatigue and injuries. Look at today's game. They were missing Rafinha, who is their most important presser. He's the one that brings intensity to their play. And two, Lamine Yamal. So the pressing structure is messed up right now. Lewandowski, his legs cannot press again like that. Ronnie Bajaj, he doesn't understand the pressing system. Ferran doesn't bring the same thing that Rafinha brings. A high line can only succeed if you can pin back your opponents. You can push them back. Because the risk is always there. The risk was there last season. One of the main reasons why they escaped that risk was because of offside trap, and Inigo Martinez has gone. So they will suffer that. But then, the risk is always there in your mind. But then, the reward is so high that you forget the risk at times. Because most times, you are playing the ball entirely in your opponent's half. You lose possession, you recycle possession quickly. Because most of your players are close to the opponent's players, and they get the ball back quickly. But fatigue from last season and injuries this season is messing up Barcelona. Look at Rafinha. He's not even as intense in his pressing as last season. Yamal too. He has been in and out with injuries. You look at Fermin Lopez, who alongside Rafinha is one of their best pressers. He has been injured too for a while this season. This is one of the biggest reasons. So this high line becomes redundant or useless if you cannot apply intensity from the front. If your pressing system is not perfect, your high line becomes useless because a team just needs one good pass. With a high line, everything is fine margins. But when those fine margins go in your favor, that is when you see results like Barcelona scoring 3 goals in the first 3 minutes. Because they create from their own self, and from then, winning possession high up the pitch. For instance, Yamal will just press small, or Fermin will press small, win the ball back, pass to Yamal. Yamal has passed to Lewandowski. Before the players have recovered, they have scored a goal. And in 20 minutes, the match is over. But that has not been happening. Barcelona has not been starting games well this season. So Hansi Flick has to adapt. That is why at times, he has to go away from this high line or just reduce the height of the line. That is the problem. Simply, it is just intensity that is the main problem. The pressing structure is not as good as before. The sharpness of their play is not as good as before. So when you are playing a high line and a team still has time to raise their head up and a player can raise his head up and pick a pass, Barcelona's centre backs, 90% of them are not fast.